guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. Again, it's Lance. It's Williams on the and unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, you hold him short of the marker. You've got the turnover on downs and then roughing the passer.
That celebration was cut short, wasn't it? Went from raised hands to slumped shoulders as a result of that penalty.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Hey, 20.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Last
clause red.
Looking for the gun. Finding Williams once more. Complete.
Ready up.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Ready.
From the goes Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now is Lance.
Hey, watch the slant.
He's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack, and it's a man down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on.
I
think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them.
Here we go.
Murray now on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say understanding clock management.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
So we got man.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Now, this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go heavy. Give me some.
And he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Come on, boys! Aaron Jones.
Yeah, baby.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, he'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 33, yellow.
And now here's here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals.
Let's go!
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready. Yellow, 22.
Here we go.
Red, yellow.
Here we go. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Now watch run. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 20.
Let's go. Set, go.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And all the way down to the 35.
Here we go.
Red, 38.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Eat old blue.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25.
Hunter, go.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a
Hey, we got to steal.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. The 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Mike 9.
Hey, watch the ball.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
Ready.
Knocked it free.
45.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once. So let's see what's in store here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Simmons, and the Cards will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both
defense, let's
there.
go. Pick it up,
Ready to go with their next drive.
Both sevens
at
and
the
Mike,
line,
both
the
sevens and
Cardinal
Mike.
offense.
Bring it.
They've really
Bring it.
distanced themselves. They have put
Hey,
the pedal
hey,
to the
check.
metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror.
Tight
don't
dog,
they?
tight dog,
I mean,
tight
you're
dog.
exactly right. Being able to string together these drives and end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for the offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
My game. Watch the curl.
Big Ace! Hurry up!
The man is Kirk, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, we'll have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner Murray, eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Second and 10 here as we roll along.
It's
and
just
quarter
me and
number
you.
3 from
It's just
Santa
me and
Clara.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten
Back
up.
to the 20. He lost just 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting it.
Finding Knox there, complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
24. We're going 25's the mic.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, man up, defense.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dawson Knox with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th of the year. And the Cardinals extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And here we get a look at Stewart down on the ground still. Hope this isn't anything serious. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Watch the slant.
And 3
Mike
interceptions.
Mike.
In this game.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I got him.
On the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Shovel 38.
Action. Let's go. Sliding out of the pocket. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10.
Pick up the ball. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
It's out.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
6 guys.
Ready, go.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we
The
go.
Niners
Set.
on 3rd
Yellow,
down.
43.
They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4.
We're going 25. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
And this one goes nowhere.
Let's go now.
Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Hey.
They'll wind up losing
4 down, 4 down, 4
on
down.
the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Shock 17.
Hey, 25's the mic.
Fury. Yellow.
The mic.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
Hey, 25's the mic.
Ready.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a pick
Just
six.
keep going. It's all right.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
We're going 25 the mic. We own them.
Second down and 3. Lance, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will take
ball. That's our ball.
29-yard line.
And when you're kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic for what we've seen.
It's an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practice for this.
Let's go,
training camp.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Watch that screen. Watch that. Take the screen. Spot. No.
They'll take this for the Arizona touchdown. David Montgomery, his third touchdown now on the year. On a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. Point after up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out of the field and they will send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this.
Let's
in the
go,
end
boys.
zone,
Let's go.
So it'll come out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And just looking at that.
That's how you get fired up, baby. That's how you
From
get
start to
fired up.
finish. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise.
We're going
Defense has
25
the
the
lead.
mic. I'm
They're
coming
playing
after
for the
you.
pass first.
I'm coming after you. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic.
He's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon.
Oh,
And that
yeah.
last carry
Oh,
puts him
yeah.
over the
And
100
here we go. Here we go again.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard
You
is saying.
remember me? Let's go, baby. Hey, 25. Let's go.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice.
We're going 25 to Mike.
Here we go.
Ready? Heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Check pink.
Big edge.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead in 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, 25's the Mike. We're going 25's the Mike.
Get ready.
Black shot.
Get ready.
Hey,
Ready.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And with the scoreboard against him here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets him up with 1st and goal.
Down. Black 40.
25's the Mike. Get your swerve on. Hey, 25's
Ready to go.
25's the Mike.
Defense wins championships, baby.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Ready.
Nothing
Right.
on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
25's the Mike. You ain't got nothing.
That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync,
Ain't no such thing as a
stayed
loss.
in
We
great
taking wins
communication.
home.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off. The defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
We got this.
Ready to go with their next drive and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
You got nothing.
And it would seem that the first and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, is it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display. And now they look to polish it off.
Check. 3 down.
Takes it up to the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to line of scrimmage and try to stop any type of running play. Short passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
2,700. Super Bowls played from 1969 to 1979, and I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger, but remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. Graduated the Naval Academy back then. You had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on.
Here we go. Watch the pass. He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
Check, check.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called.
You better bring it.
They are handling
Check mine. Hey, I'm coming.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
That's where you belong.
74 yards rushing for him now.
62. I got wide.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, wrong, whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being.
So for the Cards, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. presented by EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Here we go. Ready?
56.
Hip, hip, hip. That's right.
56 is mine.
I got you. To him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner.
Let's go.
Running good renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way.
Taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Let's go, defense. Our time.
Everyone's discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions.
Philip Dorsett by himself. Touchdown, Houston. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now kicking away.
There we go.
Hey, Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their 25-yard
Strong
line.
right. Strong right. Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down. 41 Mike. I know he ain't got it.
This is caught. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Last play by just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the
41 Mike.
26.
41 Mike. He's tired of me.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
Easy work.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off. Let's get off the field. Mike's 59. Man, I got you.
Route incomplete. That's Hall. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that
Mike is 59.
game.
Mike the 59.
This seems pretty important.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Pick up that first down.
59. Check. 59. I'm here all day.
He tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Texans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Down he goes. Tanner Muse. And he'll record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
2nd and 20.
We gotta get tonight. Mike over there. Come to my world.
Another 20 first down sack. Tannehill. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Seahawk territory now. It's 1st and 10
Let's go, let's go.
at the 32-yard line.
Wide.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Mike's 56. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
They'll get a couple here down to the 22. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your first
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there.
Vertical, downhill running.
Sweetheart.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Texans have taken a 13. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now kicking away.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Coming to the line to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
49, check
And
49.
following interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive?
I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, that totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play gets them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check tight. 41's the mic. 41's the
Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be taken down across the 50.
Bunch set, eyes up, bunch set.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Side complete. That's Hall. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Mike 41.
So
You gotta
from
wedge
the
that.
17 now, here's a 1st
Watch
and
tight.
10.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Inside the red zone. Lead Okuebuna. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6.
59.
He don't know no better.
Fair.
Mike's 5'9".
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
Let's go.
It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Until they stop
check 41.
we might as well keep running.
Let's
the
set a
offense
tone,
that we
fellas.
like to
Let's set a
run.
tone.
Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
41 Mike.
41 Mike.
All day, baby. All day.
It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
You can't block
right
me.
now they're
You
saying,
can't block
hey, let's keep this
Can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play call,
Here we go.
they're locked in really well.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the first man to top 2,000
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Adrian Peterson.
Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting it on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive.
He's not going to get me.
If they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up and make it difficult for the running.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Here we go. 80.
Mike's 56. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Let's go.
Second down.
Check 56.
Yo, trick left.
Check 37. Check 30.
Block.
Blitz.
This will go to Henry out wide. That'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. It was a solid check down there.
Here we go.
Pressure.
80.
It was because
Right.
progression.
Switch.
You have to do your reads and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Get him, boy.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Hey.
Here.
Zip.
Here I come again.
Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Here we go. 48. Zip.
Strip the ball.
Here we go.
First down. Check down here for Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From the 13, now they work on 1st and 10.
Play.
Bandit.
Ready, hot.
On the red zone now, Tannehill. He dumps it over Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively,
Here we go.
that's the mismatch that you want. You want
Check
to force
56.
a linebacker to try
I'm
and cover
trying
your
to
back
collect.
out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like
That's
bats.
30.
They take a lot of
right there,
pride in
56.
cover.
Here we go. Tiger.
He made there in the open.
Go.
Check 31. Check 31. Switch!
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
It'll be a look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Right, time. Run.
Touchdown, Houston. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in the second year. Coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
That's obviously something that can't continue, but go a little bit deeper on that one. Think about something now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike 41.
Guys, listen.
I got it.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run. It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly,
41's the
they're
mic.
pretty close.
Where we go? I got you, boy.
Forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
That's what I'm talking about.
They'll come away 2nd and long after the
You gotta
hold.
wedge that, huh?
Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball?
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
One more.
You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn risk into danger.
Was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it. Here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I got you,
And
boy.
with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 49. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your This is not instant replay.
Come on, boys, come on.
This is a defense that is locked in. They're
Go,
essentially
go,
running
go.
the routes for the
51.
receivers.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Amazing what I'm seeing. The reaction to those guys back on the back 7.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice
Move
pick,
the key.
9
Go,
yards
go, go.
on first down.
What?
They'll hand it off.
Run to the ball. Fly to the ball.
He is in for the Seattle touchdown. Javonte Williams. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Room here to run. And he's in for a
No,
touchdown.
not today.
That's it, baby.
First half.
Come on, time to play.
Prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to get started. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. No run back here to begin the half. And we will start at the 25-yard line.
Line
Here to begin their next drive.
Check,
The
41.
Seahawks
All those
offense.
special. All
And now
those
the short
special.
end of the scoreboard here in terms of what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half? And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
I got wide.
Play.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And he's got Jordan complete right side. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans turn that interception. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.